Let's make this chill pill. So for the supplies you're going to need yarn of choice. I use red and white. We're going to need some stuffing, a 4mm crochet hook, a 2.5mm. You're going to need a pair of scissors, a needle, yarn needle, a stitch marker, and some black thread for the letters. So let's get started. Taking your first color of choice, what you're going to do is to take your 4mm crochet hook and you're going to chain 2. And now in your first chain, you are going to do 6 single crochets. And by the way, if you want to learn how to make a perfect circle, I'm going to link at the top my original circle video, and you can follow along with that too. Now make sure you have your stitch marker handy and not underneath the table somewhere. Now for our second row, what we're going to do is we're going to repeat the pattern of 2 single crochets in each stitch all the way around. And make sure that you put your stitch marker in your first stitch. Now for round number 3, we are going to repeat the pattern of 2 single crochets in one stitch, and then in the next stitch we do 1 single crochet. So we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So now for round number 4, the repeat pattern is 2 single crochets in one stitch and then 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So repeat that all the way around. For rounds number 5 through 11, all we're going to do is single crochet evenly. And make sure that you're using your stitch marker when you do so. You can either put it in the first stitch and keep moving it up, or what I like to do is I like to take my stitch marker and put it into my first stitch and only in row number 5, and then I like to count the rows up so I'm not touching the stitch marker every single row. So that's up to you if you want to do that, but me personally, since it's a little easier for me to spot the rows, I just end up just counting the rows later on. So now I have rows 5 through 11 done. So looking at my stitch marker, I just count up to make sure I have enough rows. Now once you assess you have enough rows, what you're going to do next is in the next stitch, you are going to do a slip stitch. Next, you're going to cut your yarn. Then you're going to yarn over again and pull that all the way through. And that's how you finish it off. Now take your stitch marker out. Now we're going to do this all over again with the other color. Again, to finish off, you're going to go in the next stitch. You're going to do a slip stitch. You're going to cut your yarn. And then you're going to pull that end all the way through. Now for the best part, we're going to start filling this with stuffing. Now, the only tip I can give you is to make sure you're not going to overstuff it, because later on you'll be sorry. Over time, that stuffing expands and it makes it so that you can see the stuffing through the stitches, and you do not want that. And as you can see, you don't have to use red and white like I did, or blue and white. You can use red and blue. You can use orange and green. It doesn't matter. It still would look like a pill or a drug of some sort. Now continue to fill both sides with stuffing. And now after you fill both sides with stuffing, you are going to sew these two pieces together. Now before you close this off, make sure you fill it up with a little bit more just to firm it up a little bit and make sure it doesn't lose its shape or make a weird shape, whichever. As you can see, it should have a uniform shape just like this. Not lumpy and bumpy. We don't want lumpy and bumpy, do we? Okay, now hear me out about the chill letters. Okay, we're making it with black thread. I tried with all my might to get as much footage as I can with it, but it just, because it's black, I just could not get a clear video or pictures on it. I'm sorry, but I do have a written pattern on all the letters on my website. With everything going on in the world today, we need to chill out. We got our family nearby, we have food, we have toilet paper, and we have yarn, y'all. That's why we need a chill pill. Little disclaimer, if you don't have any of those things, I'm really sorry, but yeah. Hopefully you can find it somewhere and someone can help you. I hope. Okay, so moving on. We can put a little keychain ring on that, or we can just leave it as a little chill pill that you just have it on the desk and you just pick it up every now and again and you just squeeze it and say, I need to take a chill pill. Either way, I decided to make a keychain. Hope you like it. And as usual, I will have all the information in the description box below, the link to the pattern, the link to the supplies, and all that good jazz. So you guys, make sure you stay safe. Make sure you are taking all your vitamins. Make sure you're being kind to other people. Check on your neighbors. Wear your mask. If your neighbors need toilet paper, I'm quite sure you can spare them a square. And as usual, and as always, thank you for watching.